He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. You know, I heard something about that Najime guy, right? You can combine soul dregs across several stones? Correct. All that needs is a prerequisite amount. As long as you got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady. Oh, that's so. Sure is. I'll give you a final warning. As I thought, you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? Ah, there we go. This girl's a monster, man. I have nothing to say. It's just, it's just figure this thing out, man. So we finally got Phoenix right cornered. We got Phoenix right cornered with all these. We got a teacher, fellow school children, some random ass guy who crashed, and some rich lady. See what they have to say first. Oh man, I'll cut to the chase then. Are you the ones who killed Hajime Yoshimi? No, we did not. Don't try to play dumb now. If not you, then who? That much I don't know. While it is true that we were after the information he possessed, he was killed by someone else before we can acquire it. Which forced us to target you instead, Miss Chozawa. And that's why you forced me to talk and why I ended up with this curse, huh? Indeed. Though I never thought you would escape. Well, it took a couple of miracles, but yeah, I got out. And just what information did Hajime have that you wanted? You really think you can get away without answering now? But... Now then, I'm going to hand over the Haunting Clapper's curse stone like I promised. A curse stone? Thank you. I have to admit, I'm surprised that you are a man of your word. But first, I've got some questions about the curse stones you already have. What exactly do you want to know? Earlier you said that Hikaku have collected 6 curse stones already. 6? 6? I'd like to confirm which one of the 7 mysteries they correspond to. And why do you need to know that? Because I don't trust it, of course. If you already collected them like you said, you'd have no problem saying which curse stones they are, right? First, the Whispering Canal. Good, good. And what else? Mayochi's out over there has a beckoning light. Yep, you were the one who made sure I got it. What? Fortunately for you, I don't feel like handling it over. So I don't think it counts as one of yours. True. Good to know. Anyway, do continue. Next there's the ever-burning lantern where we gave to Hideki Uraishi. They really did just give these out like McDonald's Happy Meals. That's crazy. So you consider that one a Hikaku's then? Whatever, we'll worry about that later. That's 3. What about the others? Well, the others are... the Foot Watching Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What? And lastly, the Fool's Procession, if I recall. Who has this? Oh, Ayako does. So you claim. How about it, Mademoiselle? That's wrong. All those are within Inspector Tatsumi. I give the Fool's Procession to him myself, so I know he's wrong. There you have it. Too bad for you, pal. If our agreement has founded on lies, then I have no duty to hand over my curse stone like I'd promised. Meaning if only curse stone you have is a Whispering Canal. So he did take out Yako, bro. And it wasn't him who killed him. It's just the front man. And it inevitably follows that he used it to kill that young man in Kinshibori Park. Such a horrible act, and to your own employee, no less. No, there you are mistaken. To be entirely frank with you, we do not possess a single curse stone. What? We plan to collect soul dregs using any method available to us, of course, as we needed the right. But committing murder ourselves was too much a risk. We intended on having others collect the soul dregs for us. Is that so? Therefore, I myself have no soul dregs in my possession. It was our plan to arrange for particularly greedy individuals to receive the curses. What? It is possible Shogo Oki can possess the Whispering Canal because of that. But by the time I became aware of this, he was already dead. I don't believe you. Are you really trying to talk me out of this now? Or do you really want me to believe Nikaku employee was Chris by complete coincidence? That is the truth, whether you believe me or not. It must have been someone else entirely who took Shogoki's stone and killed him. I have no idea whosoever the hands by Whispering Canal is in now, nor where it may be. Oh, could it really be? Then it wasn't Hikaku who put the idea in Jima's head to get a curse stone either. Jima? The only one we had negotiated was with our Iwai and Iraishi. Iwai, too? Interesting. Excuse me, but does that mean we don't know the location of the remaining curse stones either? There's one that hasn't been mentioned. What about the Taiko of Suguru? Oh, good question. My mysterious metamorphosis. I'm afraid we have no information in that regard either. Have you heard enough about curse stones? I have nothing else to tell you. Oh, each one of them have a question for him. Fine, I'll let someone else ask you something for now. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. What is it, mademoiselle? Would you be willing to give up the curse stone you have? Ah, yes, you have a point. They're too dangerous to carelessly walk around with a note in one's pocket. However, sorry to disappoint you, that is not possible at the moment. And why is that? Ah, you don't know, do you? Then I'll tell you both your friend from Nikaku over there. I doubt any of you have attempted it yet. But it seems that curse stones cannot be given to normal people. Huh? What? I actually tested it with the madame here earlier. Even if you gave the curse stone to someone else, the curse bearer doesn't change, and the stone eventually makes its way back to the bearer. It's almost obvious when you think about it, seeing as how the curse stones appear to the curse bearers on their own accord to begin with. But inspectors assume he has collected curse stones from the other curse bearers. And inspectors assume he must be a curse bearer himself. So from what you're saying, curse stones can only be transferred between curse bearers. And obtaining a curse stone alone doesn't make someone a curse bearer, so they can't use its curses? Exactly. So they aren't quite as dangerous as you think. As for Ikaku's intention of just collecting those curse stones for themselves, fortunately for them, it was never going to work, unless there's a curse bearer among them. That damn Araishi, how could he not know this? That must be why, since I couldn't take Yaku's curse stone, I returned it right away when I borrowed it from her earlier. That's precisely how it works, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'll give mine directly to Inspector Tatsumi later. If you know Inspector Tatsumi, then I think that's best. Thank you. We didn't check each one of them out, huh? He's clearly shaken by all this. Feels like he's desperately racking his brain for a way to get out of this. It's almost hard to watch. She's Mayo Chizawa, the fiancée of Ajimi Yoshimi, the police officer. I'll have to talk to her, he told me later. We were introduced briefly earlier, but this flashy-looking guy is a private investigator. I thought they were only like that in TV shows, but I guess they're pretty intense in real life too. But Mia was amazing too, keeping her cool at a time like this. She must be used to dealing with adults by now. She was only introduced as the investigator's client. She's cool. I feel like we wouldn't stand a chance against a full-grown woman like her. She's cool, she's just a little, you know... Dude's literally out of breath. That's what you get, bro. Phoenix trying right now. Alright, Mio first. Excuse me, I had no idea that Gamio was connected to Ikaku. So I'd just like to ask, was it Mr. Yamamori from Ikaku who obtained the record of fates and passed it on to Raishi? No, that was not the case. Oh, my mistake. No, it wasn't. Was it Suiden Gami was doing that? No, it was not. We first learned of the record of fates from Mr. Raishi. It was then that Miss Yamamori gained interest and extended the contract to compensate him in turn for his research and findings. And who was it that activated the Feast of Shadows and to call forth the Curse of the Seven Mysteries? I give you my word that we had no part in that. We had learned from Araishi beforehand that something would happen at midnight last night. That is all. Hey, there's no way that's true. Stop lying. I must ask you please refrain from violence. Hold on, Yako. It's alright. The minute I learned that Gamio was none other than the Queen of Hikaku herself, I felt that was the case. She doesn't have a strong enough spirit sense for it. Oh, gotcha. While it is somewhat shameful if you require proof, then so be it. So, all that talk of supernatural powers was just hot air? I don't think she has zero spirit sense, but even Yaku here is more than her. I do? Also, the spirit power lingering in this park has been bothering me for quite some time. The person who died here must have considerably powerful spirit sense. If they were a Hikaku employee, then maybe they could have been the one running things. My, to think Shogo Oki was so talented. At any rate, Hikaku wasn't the mastermind behind exposing the record of fate to the world and initiating the Feast of Shadows. I think we can be sure about that. Alright. And you know about the record of fate's Jin scroll too, don't you? If you're researching the Red of Resurrection and the record of fate, so you must have looked to the Yin scroll as well. That's right, the record of fates alone wasn't enough to learn how to collect soul joys. I'm sure you looked into many things on your own, but how much do you actually know? Who and where Simon and Sumio's descendants are? Were you able to find that sort of information with Gamio's connections? I can't reveal that. Now, would you prefer to I expose the public now? Gamio is a fraud with almost zero spirit sense? Fine, I understand. From the results of our independent research. I found that Seimin Tsuchi Kamikado's descendant was Hajime Yoshimi. Okay, we kind of got that hint from their flashback. So that's why he went after Hajime. However, Hajime Yoshimi was only carrying a fragment of the whole. A fragment? That's right. He did say something about a fragment of an old manuscript. The location of the Yin scroll was hidden. This information was split into two and hidden in a pair of talismans, which were then passed down from generation to generation. Ah, the talismans! I see. Hajime Yoshimi was supposed to have one, but it was almost certainly stolen when he was killed. It's possible that he knew the location of the other as well. So that's why you questioned me about things he had inherited. The girl Hajime had been helping recently must have had it then. Oh, Michio's talisman! Yes, Michio Shiraishi was also likely a descendant of Seimin Tsuchi. What? The talisman she carried as a keepsake from her father. We searched for it based on Mr. Chozawa's memories. However, Michio Shiraishi was already dead. Yes, by coincidence, she happened to be closely connected to Mr. Uai, so we began our investigation there. Well, he was already dead too, leaving you in a quandary. I see. Yeah, if we can get both of these talismans. Yep, I want to know the location of the record of Fate's Yin scroll. Wow, sometimes the answer was right under your nose. Sometimes those answers are the hardest to find. Alright, what do you gotta say, miss? Excuse me, are you new to all this too? Oh, I guess I'm just tagging along. Hey, me too. Let's make sure not to get in the way, shall we? Alright. She's awfully warm. Seems so mature. God damn. Shivers, man. The shivers. Yako, let's keep quiet the location of the talismans for now, okay? Alright, no need for Yomioka to know. That was a close one. I almost let it slip. I know where it is. Okay, I think that's about all we have to ask him. We'll let you two off for today, since you went along with our questions nicely. A pleasure working with you. We're done here. But the information you have... The hell are you whining about? I said we're done, so scram! That's all our business as well, so I shall be bidding you all farewell. Yes, right. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. Please don't forget about that curse stone. Don't you fret. I'll hand it over to Inspector Tsumi like I promised. I'm glad I didn't end up having to give it to that Yomioka. Let's take our leave, madame. With this, we'll be freed from this troublesome curse ourselves. Oh, if only it was that easy, man. If only it was that easy. Of course it's not over. It's never over. It's never over. That lady investigator. We should keep an eye on them. Agreed. Really? Why? I think they're up to something. Just my intuition. But still. Yeah, I wonder what that investigator really wanted out of all this. If his goal is getting information about the curse stones, then this might be bad. Alright, I got one of those curse stones too, with the beckoning light. Alright, if you wouldn't mind, would you give it to inspectors to sue me without using it? Yeah, sure. You've introduced me to the cop, that is. I feel like if I keep carrying it around with me, I'll start getting some weird ideas too. DOT. I just remembered, Mayu, I have something important to tell you. Well, what is it they're yelling all of a sudden? You know a girl named Hitomi Okuda, don't you? Really, Hitomi has a Jima's talisman? Yes, he entrusted it to her in a panic just before his death. He sensed an imminent crisis closing in on him, but Hitomi was the only one around that he could ask for help. That's so. I'm sorry she got left with such a big responsibility. That must mean that Jimi got killed by someone who was after the talisman. But since he gave it to someone else, they couldn't steal it like they wanted. I'll have to thank Hitomi for that. Oh, I also think it's going to be hard for us to get her to give up the talisman. Yeah, you may be right. It was a Jima's dying request to her. So you two need the talisman for something? Yeah. Personally, I'd like to use the talisman as bait. I can get my hands on the bastard that killed Hajime. Please, I promise we'll uncover the mastermind behind all this. They probably have supernatural abilities at their disposal. Please leave them to us. There's only one more person we don't know too much about. Yeah, we'll catch him, don't you worry. Oh, look at that. You got that look in your eyes. The look that young people get. That says they'll get something done no matter what it takes. No matter what it takes. How am I supposed to say no to that? You go find them and give them what they deserve for all they did to my Hajime, you hear? We will. I'm pretty mad at them myself. If punches don't work on him, I'll give him a good one. Aha, now I can get it behind. I'll leave it to you too. Now then, your next move should be able to find Hitomi and get that talisman. So, isn't there one more talisman that you need? Right. Well, we got a pretty good idea of where that one Michio hat is. We'll have to check with Inspector Tsume about that. We should go back to the school and call him. You got it. Okay, I'll head to the high school now and wait for you there. Perfect. There's still a lot more. There's still a lot more of this game. I thought it was over. Oh. I haven't played some Paper Mario, bro. So much of this game, I swear to God. Can I finish it by Halloween? I hope so.
Nope.
Slow down a little bit. Close the shutters. Working fine? Hang on, what's Yoko been up to all this time? Haven't heard. We saved her and then she just disappeared and bailed on us. Fine. Fine girl. Wait, did this just stretch? It's stretched! Do you see that? Do you see on top? We're gonna get to nighttime again. This is far from over. The timeline stretched, bro. Broskies. So we got into 2 endings, so we have to at least be 3/4 of the way. Haruo and Richard rescue Mayu Chozawa and interrogate her along with Yomioka. If they fail to gain any particularly useful information about the curse bearers, they decide to return to Haru's home when 5 p.m. 6 p.m. is when he killed people. We received an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City was today. Had taken a woman hostage and gone on the run. But he was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect said to possess was nowhere to be found on site, and its whereabouts were currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. Interesting. If it's being reported on the news, then that lends a credence to her story. Well then, how should I proceed? Is this what it's like to be rushing to one's doom? I think for like information heavy parts like this, I'll just roughly summarize her text because it's way too much to read everything. He was quite shaken just a moments ago, but he seems better now. You'd think it'd be harder for him to keep his cool. Anyways, I should ask about her side of the story. Oh shoot, that's right, we brought her back. Hello, how you doing? Wait, what? Why is she here? I thought she ran off. Check her out. I wonder what her intentions are. How's she able to act like nothing happened? Because she's crazy. She's crazy. Is that just how girls are these days? No, it's not. Well, it's just like I said, right? Female hostage mentioned on the news just now. That must have been you. Which means you killed Najima with your own curse stone? Ha, well, you said you'd give me refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. What are you planning? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. Let's talk about it. So you're a cursed bearer with the curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes. I have a curse of my own. It's the Taiko of Suguru. Then why do you go after other people's curse stones? Oh, because killing people is bad, you know. Don't you think so too? You're right. It's wrong to kill people for the sake of resurrection. Right? And it's not even one for me, so it's hardly a fair exchange. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul drakes gathered by others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. With no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters to my own hands. Wait, the Taiko of Suguru beats people up 101 times? It's literally a tower. I heard Namagaki, this young man you were with, uses curse stone too. Huh? How do you know that? Creepy much? Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. Oh, there it is. Cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just because they know a couple of cops. But the place is filled with nothing but scum. Ma, you seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyway? You gotta explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right, I haven't introduced myself yet. Oh no, thank you. Damn, bro. You gotta take that. We don't need introductions. So, what were we talking about again? Oh right, Yutaro Namagaki. He's no good, honestly. He was such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse, and even then he was pissing his pants. And just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment. So that's what happened. Which is why I haven't figured to do it myself. If I wanted to done it right, you know. I thought my last resort is collecting soul dregs on my own. That's what she meant. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk as strangers. Is it? Are you okay telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. Well, I'm Harushi Gima, and this is my house. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then you know the cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially within their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief, you understand. I think we might get along. Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Richard Kai, private investigator. Did I ask? But, you're an investigator? So your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Oh, is that why you keep probing with all these questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change the terrible impression you got of me. Hey lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just he keeps looking this way. Isn't your father a police officer as well? Oh, that man is not my father, not in name or deed. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legally cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today. He still refused to help me. You met him today? Yes, today. Remember that Chief Tsutsumi who was chasing Najima? Oh, that's him. My dad. What? You're his daughter? Former daughter. I've got ties. He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. You know, I heard something about that Najima guy. Apparently he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Sumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. What, really? And I heard the police have been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. So that explains why the police were stalking out your place today too. Man, how could I have known that? They came at such imitating numbers. What? Huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean Najima specifically after my life today? Sounds about right. Isn't it a good thing you got out unscathed, or rather, managed to turn the tables on him? Oh, that means legally speaking, it was self-defense? That's truly what's frightening. I think I'd have gone through this just to be related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It truly is. To cause your own child such trouble. I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay. You're not the one that needs to apologize, lady. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. What? How awful. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I know, now that you say it, I do remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, huh? My condolences. I'm sorry for nothing. Now that I think about it, although we met a few times, I don't even know your name. That's more like acquaintances now. So when you were taken hostage by Najima, you used the crystal in that garden to swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah. I didn't really have time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Najima, finally dead. Then, what about now? Could you use it again? Your curse stone? Well, the curse doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse just now. Yep, it seems I activated it. What, you're using it now? I might still be a little weak. I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly. But I think I can get it to work once more. Oh, that's so. Sure is. I'll give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful, huh? God damn, this started. What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is the conditions to be fulfilled. Yo, Richard! Calm down, man. If using a curse, one would target a curse bearer. I hadn't even considered it. Would it be possible to use my curse as stone as well now? If it's already active, does that mean we'll die the second we trip her conditions? Her proclamation that she thinks I'm a curse bearer. Did she find out, or is it a trick to get me to admit it? Oh no, wrong one. She activated her curse. Curse stones have been used already? I let my guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Whoa! We're not begging for forgiveness. That girl's a monster. Why me? What you desire? No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? As I thought, you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? Ah, there we go. Ma'am, damn, did she fulfill the conditions? She sure did. Okay, it's time for a beatdown. Jeez, why do you try to hide it now all the time? I wouldn't have come if you weren't a curse bearer. Literally just 8 trigrams. Ah, stop! Too bad, she's already dead. This is horrific. I'll be taking her curse stone. Whoa, huh? All the haunting clappers needs was a source of fire? That was a close one. Now then, what will he do, Mr. Investigator? You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you any mercy if you're gonna try to capture me. So what'll it be? I still don't know how a curse works. It's too risky to make a move. Your employer's already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? I can still do my duty as a citizen and report you, you know. Oh, what a surprise! This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness? She was after the same thing, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soldiers. Well, it looks like you wouldn't have anything to say about that. I'll be taking my leave then. Bye-bye. Oh! Never trust girls like that. Upon killing Harushigima, a fellow curse bearer, Ayamatona obtained more than enough soul gems for the rite of resurrection. However, it turned out that resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. To fulfill her heart's deepest desire, she needed to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set, from the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak. And she used the one-sided Reed's curse stone she had stolen from Nijima. With it, she proceeded to kill all those personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided Reed. Kills by dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, blah blah blah, and location all known to the curse bearer. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the lure of a female university student. One noteworthy victim among them was Tetsuo Tatsumi, who, being a curse bearer himself, was promptly targeted for his soul dregs. His death drew investigation efforts into disarray, allowing Ayame to avoid capture. Afterwards, she acquired various address registers and phone books and systematically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspecting victims could be safe at home, only to suddenly have their limbs severed. The strange thefts shook society to its core. This girl's a monster, man. So lying triggered her crystal. Answering her question triggered it. I'm gonna slap her something. It's always the attractive ones. I think if I kept quiet, she wouldn't have been able to kill me. I think because I replied. This is to me the tourism office? What the heck? But all things must come to an end, and so in time, the killing stopped. Sometime after the killings, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst into the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious Mad Paintress, and her fame grew quietly as presented. as she presented one incredible work after another. Praised as the modern reincarnation of Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark on history, aiming for Ayami's aspiration. 4? So I got ending 3, ending, is this ending 2? Ending 4. She activated her curse? The curse stones can't be used already? I'm gonna just say yes, because I know she'll kill me then. Oh. Yes, I am. I'm sure you've already noticed. Oh yeah, around last night. It was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you got the haunted clappers? Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul dregs on the table for killing a curse bearer, you know? I'm well aware. Did you get soul dregs when you killed Najima? Of course, the stone already contains some soul dregs as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the right. You can combine soul dregs across several stones? Correct. All that needs is a prerequisite amount. As long as you got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am. Do you smoke? Huh? Well, a little. I can't use it yet. Huh? Wait. I wanted to ask all the questions first. Let's go back. Now, what if I choose the wrong thing? What is your wish, Ayumi? Is it really to resurrect him? Yes, there's no life that holds more value than this. Including my own. You're saying you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life? Not all life is equal. At least not to me. A life that can birth art with power, blah blah blah. Blah blah, ooh. Life like me, someone that can't produce a thing has no value. That's unhinged. I'm still young, it's the age for wild thoughts. But, aren't you the same as me? What? You've got a life more important than your own. A life considered more important than the lives of many others? That's what you're doing it all for, right? You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life or the lives of others. Who's unhinged now? I'm a mother, it's what it is. Dang, that feeling of a proper parent or something else. Father, the chief inspector. I met him not too long ago. Oh, really? Came off a little stiff and awkward. Huh, there's a surprise. There was something charming about his seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Oh, please cut it out, it's gross, you don't know a thing about us. I thought I shouldn't butt into other family affairs. Though he may as well be a stranger to me now. Even if you cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. Huh? But we're not related at all. Huh? He probably thought. I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood. So you were adopted? Well, I got curious, so I looked into it. It was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in. All they did was raise me. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married. But I was a stillbirth. But it was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound in her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it. So it was for her sake that he did it. I was a substitute, a replacement for the child she lost. What? He decided that all by himself. We didn't discuss it. Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful. So any baby would have been fine, as long as it would have comforted the woman who hoped to become a mother. Putting it in such a way. It's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered, wouldn't you be? After being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own? But she couldn't just abandon the baby either. Yet my father lent everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He's so damn selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try to figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for the rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself when at his work, but still, that shouldn't be an excuse. None of that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I can rely on him for tuition allowance, but that much is normal for most kids, right? I don't want him to start acting like he's a dad now, just because he's doing the right amount. I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds like it was tough for all of you. I'm sorry, you're right. It's not my place to talk about your family. Oh, I may have said too much. I think I spelled out that one. I don't even know what the conditions are. Could it be we were talking about something to do with the activation? Who knows? But if that's your wish, then what are you planning if you don't get your wish? Oh, I haven't thought of that. I just kept on trying to bring Hokusai back some other way. You really are obsessed. You and Hikaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession turns to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her? Are you looking forward to such a future? I'd rather not have to wait until I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I'll put my life on the line for Hokusai. How did you kill Onijima? I'm not telling you. I only ask because it does concern me. It was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. There's not much to say. We talked about including the conditions for my stone. Did you show any signs of remorse? Didn't feel like he did. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell you. That's... I agree. Just look at Richard. In a way, I guess you can say you put a stop to Nejima's mass murder. About that. There's no guarantee that I won't do it myself. I picked up his curse stone on the one-sided read. It really is something else. Fortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? Stop silly me, I'll let that slip. Teehee! Listen, Ayame. I have something to ask you. No, the answer is no. Curse on your possession, I'm not giving it up. You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. There, she's back! No, my recording stopped. I was just saying, she's back. The sly, the covered all bases woman is back. You know that full well, right? And there's some room left for negotiation there. Alright, there's that. Does she have a fire starter on her? Do you smoke? Oh, a little. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in the family does. Why did you ask me all of a sudden? That all of a sudden? Well, Alright, let's take her out. I'm good for now. Ah. Did you try to use your curse just now? It seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. I wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did... You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If the source of fire is a condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. Huh. You wasted your chance with all this chatter. You needed to do was activate your curse first. I brought everything Najima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. Oh, crap. All I can do left is negotiate. Alrighty. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. But he's not going to do that, is he? Correct. I won't take that risk, not while your curse's conditions are unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and inquire your soul, Jax, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? What happens if I kill her now? Now I'm curious. Oh, no, 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 no. Why did he do that? Wait, how far did I go back? Oh, goddamn. Scared me. Start. Skip all this. Get back to where we're at. Alright, save it right here. Both slots. Oh. Okay. So I had to agree with her. Man, please think us through. Ah! Ah! Ma'am, why? It was the only way. Richard. Could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. Bad ending too? 7 days later. Rip. Amamori, you got a moment? Who's that? Of course, what is it, Mitsurisher? I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you going on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child that she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in the Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead, or so the legend goes. I heard it's been adapted to a no play now. Interesting, yeah? Well, it just had me thinking that legend really do exist. Sorry to ask you again, but what are you on about? Who's Amamori? Who the heck is Amamori? So if you kill her, she got what she wanted, or she's just backing out from the game. We don't want that, right? We have to keep her in the game. Because there's a solution that makes everyone happy. I think that's what the game is trying to make you do. I really am racking up all the bad endings before I get to the actual ending. With the weird soundtrack in the back. Who's Amamori? Never mind, it is what it is. Welcome to my office. It might be a small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Aristine, say hello. That's it, good girl. Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great, not so much better than becoming a police officer. I swear to God, there's no Amamori. There's Yamamori. Does she have a daughter? Is that a date? No. Hey man! Hey, Amamori, don't tell me the kid is to give up his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Pardon me, let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Hidden 3, Harue's legacy. I don't get it. What was that? Murders Ayame takes her curse stone. Witcher, wondering whether or not Haruo is happy that her desires are coming true, decides to see the story through to its end. Oh. Who's Amamori? They didn't mention Haruo at all. But then again, I'm so confused. Okay, let's negotiate. kind of always have to remember the people you play aren't you. They're their own characters with their own kind of wants and needs too. It's like what you want is not really what they want. God, I'm gonna have to click through all this. Okay, we're back. You said it was your son, right? The one you wanted to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son would grow up knowing you for who you are, someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You wouldn't be putting the burden of shouldering all the life sacrifice for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? If you didn't even think about that, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires? That's not. Ma'am. What she's saying may be harsh, but it holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother and sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not. We discovered the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to come to understand your own feelings. I'll help you out in every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. What will you do? If you relinquish a crystal into a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayama is giving you a chance. Think hard and give an answer. Just want to save time. It's not. Sorry, but that won't make me back down. Ma'am, that lighter, when did you... my clothes are on fire. There does not need to be an open flame, as long as there's a spark of fire on you. Still gets her ways. But then the ending, I guess he opened his own agency. Who's Amamori? Another client? Or a princess? Alright. Let's relinquish. Very well. Here. Thanks, glad you can reason. Ma'am, you made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul drakes, huh? So in the end, it'll be a battle between father and daughter. Crazy. 3-3. We don't know who the one person is. Let's just kind of mediate. I promised myself that if I ever use it, it would be only once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame? That seems pretty practical. Doesn't Tatsumi smoke? Well, I'll be taking my leave then. Are they gonna make me choose? They're gonna make me choose who? Oh, they're gonna make me choose between who I want to kill, huh? There's no point in going after you for your soul drake, so I'm off to the next curse bearer. So you know who remains? You speak as if you already figured it out. I got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? It's not my place to intervene. Alright then. Hey lady, can I borrow your phone? I don't mind. Who are you calling? The cops. I think it'll be faster if I call them directly. Together with Yoshimi's fiancée Mayu, Yako and Mio report all they have learned so far to Tatsumi and the others. Putting all their stories together, they can see their final objective at long last. That was the next episode dance.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Next episode will be the last one for sure. I am so tired. I need a nap.